never be my pride. Superman when I'm with you, without you kryptonite. So please stay in my arms till the end of time. Every day me give thanks to Jaja because you.
It's me, Callie Star, and I'm back with another video. Okay, so pretty much I'm back to talk to you guys about like the best tips during pregnancy and 6 weeks after birth. So I did speak a little bit on some of the stuff I'm speaking on now in my last video, but I'm gonna elaborate more in this video. So first things first, I want to say, don't dwell on things that can stress you out. Don't do it. Mind over matter. So, it's just, you think about it, but just don't dwell. Okay, I also want to say, drink lots of water, lots and lots of water. So like, let's say, what was I saying? Yeah, pretty much lots of water, lots of sleep. So if you're sleeping or you're about to sleep, or you're about to take a nap or whatever, bring like a jug of water, put it beside your bed, and try to drink as much as you can. So even if you get to use the bathroom, whatever the case may be, drink some water. Also, this was my problem during my pregnancy, was staying away from sweets. Stay away from sweets. I know cravings, it's gonna be hard, so definitely, have a sweet like here and there, whatever, but don't make it a habit because you will gain a lot of weight and everybody's different. So, I'm speaking on my experience. I'm trying to help others, but at the same time, everybody's different. So don't really take everything, I'm saying like to heart because, your body may be different, your mind may be different, your experience may be different, but try to stay away from sweets so you don't gain as much weight. Maternity clothes. As far as maternity clothes, I feel like it's okay to buy one or two things, you know, um, maybe one or two high waist tights, a couple baggy shirts, a baggy sweater, depending on the weather, but don't buy too many things. Also kind of try to buy things during your pregnancy that you can probably wear after, that way it won't go to waste. Um, don't over buy things for your baby. If it's a baby shower, it's kind of different because you're being gifted things, but you can also kind of navigate that by having a registry, a baby registry. But if you're buying stuff, try not to overload on things. Like for example, for me, I bought some newborn stuff and 0 to 3 months because I thought, okay, newborn 0 to 3 months, then we move forward. But some babies don't even get the chance to wear newborn or 0 to 3 months because they come out heavier or chunkier than other babies. So my son didn't really get to wear newborn or 0 to 3 months too much. He's already like in 3 to 6 because he's just so chunky. Also diapers as well too. Like I said, it might be hard if you have a baby shower, but with diapers and stuff, if you're stocking, maybe just buy 2 boxes of newborn, 2 boxes of one, 2 boxes of two, 2 boxes of three, just because you never know. Um, like right now, my baby's in size 1, and I feel like he should be in size 2 now. So I'm trying to kind of finish up the size 1 diaper so I can go ahead and go into size 2. So he's kind of going into sizes, in and out of sizes pretty quickly. I also want to say, I'm about to speak on the hospital bag, but I want to put it out there that I am from Canada. I live in Canada. So things might be different depending on, who's watching or whatever the case may be. But as far as your hospital bag, I feel like the most important things for me were my nursing bra for sure. Only because it's like two birds with one stone, kill two birds with one stone, because it's easier to take off when you're ready to breastfeed and put back on. And also you're going to go up sizes in your breast. So it only makes sense to just get a nursing bra. Also comfortable underwear, nothing too tight, nothing too lacy, too pretty. No, just cotton big underwear. Literally, that's all you need. When I was home pregnant, I just wore my nursing bra and just like boy shorts pretty much. Slippers, definitely slippers, but for me, I didn't have bedtime slippers. I had like the hard bottom slippers. So they're the slippers that I wore to the hospital that I used to navigate throughout the hospital. So yeah, a long charger cord. I seen everybody do it, but I didn't really think any of it. I'm just like, I'm gonna bring my charger. I'm not spending no money, whatever. But technically, the long cord charger makes sense because I had to get up and plug my phone back into the plug my charger back into the wall several times because it was too short from the bed to the wall, so it just kept coming out. So definitely a long cord charger. Um, Also, this what I'm gonna say now is like it depends on how you go into labor. Like, let's say you're already in a pair of clothes and you go into labor, whatever. So I can understand you going home in something clean. But for me, I knew I was going into labor, so the same clothes that I wore there, I wore back home because the clothes I wore there, I only had on for like a minute. So I just wore them back. But I guess it's still, you know, somewhat okay to have a change of clothes in your hospital bag, depending on your situation. Nursing pads for sure. I use nursing pads like water running. Nursing pads is my best friend right now because yeah, the leaking is crazy. Tylenol for sure. I definitely, you don't really need the Tylenol in the hospital only because they provide you with the hospital. They provide it for you at the hospital. Only when I left is when I really needed to have my own. Pads, definitely pads. You can go from different sizes. When I first started off, I had long. So long was like literally back to front, long pads. But you can change up according to the time frame. So like getting closer to the end of your 6 weeks, you'll have less and less um, liquid drainage. So, you can just kind of go from long to medium to small to just like panty liners. So, yeah. Baby fits, I definitely have three. I had about three fits that I chose from. There was one that I wanted him to go home in for sure, but I just brought the extra ones just in case. For me though, like I feel like a lot of people they brought their own what do you call it? Gowns. They brought their own gowns, they brought their own sheets, their own pillows, clothes for the baby to wear. When for me, it makes sense with the gown they give you and the gown that they give the baby because they're going to be doing it's messy. It's messy, and you kind of just don't want to be able to travel with things that you have in the hospital home. So I kind of just wore what they gave me because it made sense. um Definitely socks and hats for the baby depending on the weather as well, but hats for sure. um Diapers and wipes because they don't provide that anymore in Canada, which is crazy, but yeah, they don't. Vaseline for the baby's bottom. Burp rags. I use burp rags like crazy. So definitely you could throw a couple of those in the baby bag, in the hospital bag. Definitely a couple of sheets, maybe like one to cover your baby when you're putting them in the car seat, maybe one to cover the car seat. And then the car seat, of course, you cannot leave the hospital without the car seat. So always have a car seat that you know how to maneuver. I had to do my research on how to use it before I got to the hospital. So I definitely did that first, but definitely have a car seat that you like. Okay, so after birth. After birth, I think that it's just most important to focus on your healing. Focus on healing. Also adapt to your baby. Just spend time adapting to your baby, building a routine, learning him or her. Also, this is very important. I cannot stress this enough. Sleep when your baby is sleeping. Sleep when your baby is sleeping. Every now and then it's okay to I guess use the time to do things around the house, take a shower, whatever, get something to eat, but you know, put a hold on the errands for now and just kind of just rest with your baby and do little things, light things, but mostly just get caught up on your rest. Yeah, eat healthy because, the baby's still consuming what you're eating if you're breastfeeding. If it's formula, it's different. But if you're breastfeeding, definitely continue to try to eat healthy for the baby's sake. Also pay attention to your baby's development, like, you know, how they're using the bathroom, you know, when they're crying, how long they're sleeping for, when they're sleeping, if they are sleeping, when they're doing tummy time, you know, how well they lift their head, or, you know, how they, just how they just like go about throughout the day. Um, you can also kind of note in your head, just for when you see the doctor, you can ask them questions, or you can do your research. Google is my best friend. Google is my bestest friend. So, yeah, definitely for that. But, you know, day by day, like, nobody's perfect. No mother is perfect. Everybody's learning, you know? So definitely don't stress, you know, just take the time to learn and understand. Yeah, also, I wanted to say, with formula, everybody's different. For me, I use formula in case of emergency. So basically, the baby's on breastfed like 99% of the time. If I have to go to the store or the grocery store, or, you know, just be on the road, I bring formula with me, just in case, you know, because for me, I'm not like, you know, breastfed in public type of person, you know. So if I have to, I would rather the bottle with the formula. To be honest, I've been outside several times and I've never really had to I've never really had to use the formula. I've always fed him before I left, so we were kind of good. I think I gave him formula maybe once on the road, you know, but he doesn't really like it too much, so I don't force it. And again, with the soother, the same thing with the little baby soother. He don't take the soother. It's once in a blue moon, like if he's like stressed out and he knows he's not getting anything else at that moment in time, he'll take the soother for a bit. But he's really not a soother person either. But it's always good to have those handy just in case, especially if you're traveling. um Things I use often. So things that I use often for sure is the nose suction, the one that you put in your nose and take out all the mucus out the baby's nose. I use that frequently, at least like once or twice a week. The nail clippers, I definitely use that once or twice a week as well, because his nails grow pretty fast and he tends to scratch his face, and I don't notice until after I'm wiping off his face, and I'm like, where did you get that scratch from? So definitely nail clippers. Also rags and sheets. So the little burping rags, I rather that over a bib. So, you know, I go through maybe like 2 rags a day. So I have a ton of burping rags and I just use those throughout the day to wipe his mouth or whatever the case may be. Sheets for sure. So it's definitely like the sheet that he lays on and the sheet that he would cover with, or I would bring with me on the road, like in my car, in the car seat, or whatever the case may be. So sheets I use a lot as well. Shirts, when it comes to clothing, just shirts and socks. At the beginning he was using hats, but you know, it's hot right now, so depending on the weather you're in, your baby's born in, yeah, so just really sleepers, like shirt sleepers, not like the whole like onesie situation, just sleepers. Yeah, and also bathing. I bathed him after 4 weeks. So I waited 4 weeks before I bathed him, and now I just bathe him once a week. So I try not to um, have him in the bath too much, just to prevent him from getting sick. I'm going to start eventually doing 2 times a week, but right now once a week is good for me. Okay, so for my car, my sister ended up getting me a mirror. So it's a mirror at the back where the baby is, facing the baby, and there's a mirror on the front, like where the mirror is. I haven't been able, it seems like it's simple, but I have not been able to get the hang of it. I don't know why. It's so frustrating, but I'm going to get the hang of it. The mirror is very good. It's a very, very good investment for you and the baby, so you're not having to have someone in the back seat while you're driving, or you're not having to stop your car or try to like turn around and look to see, like, you know, if he or she's okay. So the mirror is good because from when you're driving, you could just look through the mirror and see the baby through the back. So the mirror for the baby is good. Also with my stroller, there's definitely pros and cons with my stroller. Like, do your research when you're buying a stroller and a car seat. My stroller is like pros and cons like together, because my stroller doesn't fit too well in the back seat. I'm sorry, in the trunk of my car because I have like a sound system, so it doesn't fit too well. But the wheels come off, just one clip and the wheels come off, so I could fit it in nicely. But it's kind of annoying sometimes when I'm coming out, you know, going into the store, I have to remember, okay, put the wheel back on, you know, even though it just takes a second. It's kind of just like, ugh, you know. Also, my sister got me a baby chair, and it's like a rocking chair, and it has like on the front, it has like 2 toys that kind of dangle, make noises when it's rocking. He loves it. He sits in it very well. He just stares at the toys jingling. The chair also vibrates, but I haven't tried that with him yet. I would say definitely getting some type of chair is helpful, I would say, with the brain development of the baby. It's tricky though, because you never know what the baby's gonna like. You know, some people are buying $800 chairs and the baby doesn't even end up liking it. So definitely just try to start, you know, small, and just buy something, you know, see how your baby likes it or whatever, adapts to it, and then you can kind of just go from there. Weight gain. I literally have to, I'm gonna insert 2 pictures of the baby when he was first born and how he looks now. He is super chunky. He has gained so much weight and it's so cute. I love it. Okay, so those are just some tips that, you know, I've learned, I've experienced throughout my pregnancy and after my pregnancy. So, you know, I hope that was helpful for those who are pregnant and just kind of need like some feedback. So yeah, that's just, you know, what I got from my situation. Also, I want to say this because a lot of people ask me all the time, how do you remain at peace? And my thing is, just live your life. You live your life, because listen, negativity does nothing for you. Negativity does nothing for you. Don't be afraid to defend yourself though. Do not be afraid to defend yourself. Always defend yourself. But don't go back and forth. Like, don't make it a back and forth thing. Just say what you want to say and just move forward. Especially with people who you feel like aren't righted, like just aren't, you know, like, no, it's just not worth it. I feel like some people are just, you know, not happy with themselves or not happy with their life. So, you know, I almost got through the whole video. Only person that can control your happiness is you. The only person, period. And at this point, I'm just so happy that you guys are able to continue to follow me on this journey and watch baby boy grow. Like, he is just everything. He is everything. But I love your guys' support so much. Appreciate the support. And just stay tuned, because, you know, it just gets better and better. You know what I mean? Love y'all.